It's a really big award for Stetson Bennett today on Monday, as he was announced as the winner of the Manning Award. That's something that the Sugar Bowl gives out um, each year. And the interesting thing about the Manning Award is that it recognizes the players after the season has completed. And one thing that the award in their release spotlighted is this particular paragraph. It says in three postseason games this year. The SEC championship, the Peach Bowl, and the College Football National Championship game, Bennett completed 64 of 88. That's 73% of his passes for 976 yards, 11 touchdowns, while also running for three scores and having only one interception, which, by the way, led directly to 7 points for Ohio State. For the full season, Bennett was 310 for 454. That's 68% for 4,127 yards and 27 touchdowns, and a team best 10 touchdowns rushing. By the way, Stetson's going to end his career with a little shy of 8,500 yards passing, 66 touchdowns. It's amazing to me, and I'm not going to let this go. It's amazing to me that he would not be eligible today for the College Football Hall of Fame. College Football Hall of Fame, Gary Stokan, etc. Y'all gotta. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure if Aaron Murray is eligible to be in the College Football Hall of Fame, but I don't see how Stetson Bennett cannot be in the College Football Hall of Fame. Period. No, I'm not going to stop talking about that. I'm not going to stop talking about Double Dogs either. One thing that we talk about a lot in Double Dog. Look at that. Here's your boy Stetson right now, stiff arming this Tennessee player. That is one of the best. This play was the one where he spun out to his left, or was it to his right? I can't really remember. He spun around to his right, and as soon as there was a moment during this play when Stetson knew he was going to score, and it was about a half a second after this, and he had about 20 yards to run, but it was about a half second after this, and you could see him spin, and it was almost like he had the Tennessee defense right where he wanted them. Now, at this moment in the game, I can't remember if Georgia was down 3-0 or up 7-3, but um, this play really got them going. And it was a play that honestly is vintage Stetson Bennett. But hey, listen, pick up Double Dogs today, and you're going to get some confetti. I'll try to show it to you here. Everybody's not going to get the same exact type of confetti. I can't do that all the time, but pick it up today. Uh, I don't know when we're going to run out of this. I had a little bit more than I thought after we did our confetti audit the other day over the weekend. I'm not even through it. But I can assure you the sales of Double Dogs have exceeded Dogstruction so far. So you're going to want to get going on that sort of stuff, okay? Because if you don't order it today, you're running the risk of not getting it, not getting the confetti at all. It's an awesome little thing to grab, to be honest with you. Um, and I want to make sure that I get this right about the Manning Award, because I believe, uh, okay, so it is presented by the All-State Sugar Bowl to the top quarterback in the nation. And it's the only award that's given after the bowl season, if I'm not mistaken. It's something that the Sugar Bowl folks, or like the Mannings are really tied in with the Sugar Bowl. Those of us at Dog Post are big Sugar Bowl folks. We love the Sugar Bowl. They do a great job. It's a very good event. But I believe this is the only one that gives. Yes, and here's what Archie Manning had to say. He said, "We started the Manning Award 19 years ago as a way to recognize the country's top quarterback for the full season, including the postseason. I'm not sure we've ever had an honoree who showcased his ability and proved his worth all the way through the postseason like Stetson did this year. We are thrilled to recognize him as this year's Manning Award winner. Excuse me, easy enough for me to say. Um, Look, I've talked a lot about Stetson through the years. I don't think I'm going to talk. Um, I'm not sure there will be a quarterback who captures the imagination of the Georgia people quite like Stetson. All of the quarterbacks have their own journey at Georgia, at the SEC schools. I mean, the Mannings know well what it's like to deal with the expectations of being a quarterback in this league, and it's not a lot of fun. Um, but there's not been a lot of guys like Stetson Bennett. There's really not been anybody like Stetson Bennett in the SEC. I mean, there's been, if you want to make the argument that um, not Greg McElroy. Geez, I've forgotten his name already. I don't think I'll ever forget Stetson Bennett's name. But the Alabama quarterback who won twice um, has a great story. It's not the Stetson Bennett story. When you talk about the uh, the run of quarterbacks in this league, you could start with let's just start with Danny Werfel, okay, and just mosey on up the last 20 something years. I mean, Danny Werfel had a great story. I mean, guy wins the Heisman, wins Florida's first national championship, um, and then you go, naturally to Peyton Manning uh, in the early 2000s. I mean, David Green was one of the most important SEC quarterbacks and one of the winningest quarterbacks in league history. Actually, he was the winningest quarterback in college football for a time there. And then the quarterbacks really started to take off. I mean, you had Tim Tebow, Matthew Stafford, Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel. Aaron Murray was during that time. I'm not sure you've seen better though than what we've seen lately with the Alabama quarterbacks in general. Whether you're talking about Jalen Hurts, who is really an Oklahoma quarterback too, Jalen Hurts, and then Tua, Joe Burrow for sure, um, and and then Bryce Young and Stetson Bennett. We've seen a run of quarterbacks. I am certain I'm leaving people out, by the way. We have seen a run of quarterbacks in this league that the league just has never had. I mean, as good as legendary as Steve Spurrier, Archie Manning, and guys like that, we have seen just exceptional quarterbacks from the SEC in Cam, Manziel, Burrow, Bryce Young, and Stetson Bennett. And Stetson Bennett too. I remember um, the 2013 media days. And at the time, you had some epic quarterbacks in the SEC. I mean, they were something else, y'all. I mean, you know, you had first of all, you had Johnny Manziel, right? I mean, the guy was everybody's favorite, you know, TMZ spotlight. AJ McCarron had won two national championships with Alabama. He was returning. You had Aaron Murray, who was one of the best quarterbacks in all time. And that was what you had in 2012 and 2013. Those were the quarterbacks. And lately, I mean, there was some serious superstar power back in the day. We've seen that return, but it's been more segmented, I guess you could say, with, it's almost as if guys have taken their turn. You had Tua, Joe Burrow, Bryce Young for sure, and Stetson Bennett. Now, Stetson won two national championships. Bryce never won any. But still, I mean, Bryce Young is exceptional. Hey, listen, for a limited time, our listeners can get $50 or 50% off, excuse me, up to a $20 value and $0 in delivery free when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code DAWG, DAWG, just like dog post. The link's down below. That's 50% off a $20 value and $0 in delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app and the App Store and enter the code DAWG. Don't forget the code is DAWG for 50% off a $20 value, and the delivery fees are zero with DoorDash, our friends, right back there. Subject to change and terms apply. But Stetson winning this award, I believe he's the fourth player from the SEC in a row to have won the Manning Award, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, and of course, all the Mannings played in the SEC, and another Manning will play in the SEC here soon. Now, I don't know who the Manning Award winners were going backwards, but I can imagine two of the last three um, were Alabama quarterbacks. Here we go. Most recently, Bryce Young, Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson. I can't tell why they have a two by his name. Oh, second time. So Deshaun 2 years in a row. Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston, Johnny Manziel, Robert Griffin III, Cam Newton, Colt McCoy, Tim Tebow, Matt Ryan, Jamarcus Russell, Vince Young, and Matt Leinart. Those are the winners over the last 20 years, almost 19 years. It will be curious to see what the future holds for Stetson Bennett. Obviously, this is the Manning Award is a big deal. It's become a bigger deal over time, but I think it will grow in stature as we get on further. And let me just say this about the Manning trio as it's known right now. I mean, you don't want to leave out. Oh my gosh, now I have left him out. Arch's father, but they really, I think, have handled this move from Eli and Peyton going from NFL kingdom, stardom, whatever you want to call it. They have really landed the plane into the next part of the saga that is the Manning family. Hopefully, Arch will have a good career at Texas. That's a curious spot right now. But anyway, Stetson wins the Manning Award in 2022, recognizing the best quarterback for the entire season, not just the regular season. Thanks for watching.